how does a content creator make money, or at least get paid for their web-based projects? Does the back-end participation ever pay off for anyone who isn't Will Ferrell?
Well, considering it hasn't paid off yet for Will Ferrell, probably not. You know, it's tough. I've done panels and people ask about this, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but really this space is still so young and people are still, they don't know what they're doing, as you were saying. And when people don't know what they're doing, it's even that much easier to make up shit and sound like you know what you're talking about, but you really don't.
It is true that when I go pitch a movie to Universal, I know the difference between the senior VPs. I know which one is really into comedies and which one just had a kid and has really like sort of been emotional and weepy lately, so I should bring the drama to her or him. And you know, that sort of granular level of understanding is something that if you're a good producer, you have to have. And you can have it in television and you can have it in film. You can figure out what other producer to attach because that producer's best friends with the guy who runs Fox. Aaron, because you're the producer, David, you have no opinion about this. Did you guys
got paid a fee?
Did you guys get incredibly rich off of this? Is Zombie Roadkill paying for college for the kids?
You know, it's certainly not paying for, at least not for my kids. But you know, I think one of the things that we realized and we had to determine was because the internet is such an easy place where people distribute themselves, is to figure out if you're actually a content maker or if you're a distributor. So, you know, a couple years back when we were starting the web business, you know, we finally came to the conclusion that we were content providers, we were storytellers, we were producers and filmmakers. We did an action web series last year as well. I think action, Hollywood action, the way it's done in Hollywood, you know, we try to mimic that. We got some great stunt coordinators from the Spidey team that we were familiar with, and pulled some relationships there to do like a really cool action web. It was an action sci-fi web series that we're now in talks to turning into a TV show. You know, a drama. I don't know. Do people watch dramas in the theater still? I feel like it's not the biggest business. You know, I think there's a place for dramas. You know, I think you just have to kind of calculate. You know, what the best audience is. You know, there's a huge audience for comedy. You know, that's why comedy does well. There's a much smaller audience for horror. You know, but if we can hit the horror mark, it's just like when we set forth to make a horror movie. You know, we know how many people, you know, go watch horror movies, and you make it for a certain budget. Otherwise, you won't, you know, make your money back. You know, in the same way, you have to kind of treat the web like that too. You know, so and I think the web is, you know, like everyone's saying, it's very topical. It's very of the times. You know, like right now, it's not the happiest time in global history. So you know, watching, you know, you can either do something that's inspirational, or if it's something that's really sad, then that might not be the most popular thing to do right now. So.
But having said that, Paramount and Warner's are both in the midst of doing huge 7-figure productions of dramatic series for the web. Fair enough.